The most interesting or surprising thing I discovered in this class is how much work and detail actually goes into theater beyond just acting. Before taking this class, I honestly thought theater was mostly about memorizing lines, performing on stage, and maybe expressing emotions in a scene. But now I realize it's more complex than that. There are so many different elements that all come together to create the final performance, like a set design, lighting sound, costume choices, movement, and even timing and silence. One of the biggest things that surprised me was how intentional everything is. Even something as simple as how an actor crosses the stage or how long they pause before saying a line can completely change the meaning of a moment. That really altered my preconceptions about theater because I used to think it as something more straightforward. But now I see it as a really detailed collaboration where every choice mattered and it contributes to the story being told. Another thing I found interesting is how much interpretation plays a role, both for the actors and the audience. Two people can watch the same performance and take away slightly different meanings depending on what they notice. That made me realize theater isn't just about watching a story, it's about experiencing it and thinking about it afterward. If I could change one thing about this class to improve my learning experience, I think I would add more in class time for hands on activities and small group work. I know it's hard with being online, but that's just how I learn better. I think the best way for me to learn theater concepts is actually trying them out instead of only just reading or talking about them. Well, being online. It'd also be helpful to have more time to work through short scenes, experiment with acting choices, or even try directing small amounts and seeing how different decisions change the meaning of a scene. I think that kind of active learning would make the material stick with me even more. There is one element of this class that should be not changed. It would definitely be the way we watch and analyze performances and plays. I think that part of the class has been really valuable because it teaches how you actually pay attention when watching theater. Instead of just sitting back and watching it passively, I learned to notice things like lighting choices, blocking, and sound effects, and how actors interact with each other on stage. I also think class discussions are really helpful because everyone picks up on different details, and hearing other people's perspectives helps me understand the performance in a deeper way. It makes me realize there's just not one correct interpretation, which is something I really didn't think about before this class. Overall, this class has changed how I see theater completely. I used to think it was mainly about acting and memorizing lines, but now I understand its full collaborative art form where every detail is mattered. It all also made me appreciate live performance and more because I realized how much thought and creativity goes in every moment. And if I were to start over again, I would probably just get started going and do all my work closer closer to the beginning of the week instead of rushing towards the end. So, thank you.